A cowhouse is what some people call a barn in a field. It was never a barn, it was always a cowhouse because cows were wintered in those buildings.
Mostly they would have two doors in. The part that was for where the cattle were kept and the other part for the hay mill where the hay was put.
Now the hay mill was the full height from the ground level up to the slate.
And then there's a piece above the cows and that's the box. And sometimes up on there you put, when you got your hay at hay time, it might not have been right dry. So you put the hay up on the box on that bit. I used to go down, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 barns I used to go to. And I used to go down the fields, go to one, you'd let them out. You put the hay up at the front there for them to eat. And they went to water and they always came back in by the time you'd mucked them out. I wasn't very old, maybe 12 when I started doing this. And I went off again in the afternoon and did the same thing again.
And of course there was no electric lights. So you had to get there on a morning and get there by 4 o'clock in the winter's afternoon before the daylight had gone.
Well, that's how the cattle survived winter, because in summer they were out on the pastures.
Haytiming is, I'd go, or my dad would go and catch 2 horses. Mostly had 2 horses, and you put them, yoke them up into a little mowing machine that had a cutter bar on. And set off early morning, and you'd go with your dad, whoever, around the field, and you'd set off mowing. And you had your rake, and you followed, and if the grass fell that way, you had to cowl it back, as we say, pull it back. Then you had a day of strawing it out. You did it all a lot by hand. You did have a strower, it went on your horses. A strower, well, it's 2 big wheels, a bar, and metal spikes like that. And then another row, and they went around and they strawed it. They sent it all like that, strawed it out, as we call it. And then you'd never turn it. You'd all rake like this and turn.
And it was all forked in loose, and somebody did that and someone was inside to level it. And
we had to walk around all the walls, trample it down, get around by them walls. And that was to, weigh it down, and then more hay could get in.
The hay that was made on the field was stored in the cow house in that field. It was just like a circle. The hay would go in, the cows would come in to eat it, the manure was put back onto the fields to grow the crop for next year, so it was just a cycle really, yes.
At tea time you put it up in a basket, then you took it into the hayfield, put a cloth out on the ground, and you had your tea out in the hayfield. I'd like to see them kept as a barn, it's a little barn, some call them barns, some it's a cow house. If I say to somebody, cowhouses, what are they? They don't know what they are, but it'd be nice to see them with the roofs back on. They've all seemed to be falling in near together. They must have all been built at the same time. I don't know how long they've been up, them cowhouses in the fields.